Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa. People making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews, spotlighting local businesses to cover important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. This is World One Development's News You Can Use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Miss Damali Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, or on www.KBOB899.com, or tuning into any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, April 17th, 2024. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media network, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them you can dial in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, we're going to talk about Tulsa development projects such as Envision Comanche, Evans Fentube, Kirkpatrick Heights. And we're going to know, is it about politics? We're going to talk about it.
Yep. Also, live in studio, Franchelle Dollar talking about the Beacon Conference 2024, what it is and how you can support it. And Corby Taylor II sharing about his Mayfest, which that's a big thing, and his latest project.
And of course, our Hump Day hot topics, which are the student loan debt forgiveness conversation is hot again. Find out the latest. And a New Orleans all-girls school is making some big noise. Find out why. Birthdays and more.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media networks, powered by World One Development. You know what, Damali?
What's that?
We are live.
We are live and we are back. So News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things. One, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
What's going on, family? I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development, which includes fitting back in Edgerake Youth and Family Fun Center, 36th Street North Event Center in Oklahoma Community Support Coalition. My job, because the world wants to know, is to provide leadership for all aspects of World One Development with the emphasis on long-term goals, growth, profits, and a return on that investment. And I am so excited and I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer for World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations and establishing policies that promote company culture and vision. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, please inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I am also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
Damali, what's going on?
Nothing much. It's a hot day outside.
It's a hot day outside. It was hot on yesterday, but it's a beautiful hump day, man.
It is.
People are out and about. Oh, I'm not sure where they're going.
Right.
I don't know. It is a kind of lunchtime a little bit.
Well, right.
Yeah, but it is a good day. How you been feeling?
I'm good. I can't complain. And I want to give a huge shout out before we get started. We started just a teeny weeny bit late.
A teeny weeny? What does that mean by definition?
Little.
A little bit. I got you. I just want to make sure.
So, but I want to give a shout out to everybody who is on the live. You guys just popped in. Y'all was waiting on us. So that's a blessing.
People don't know what we go through sometimes.
Not at all.
But the job is you got to get the job done. Regardless.
Technical difficulties are real.
It's part of the business, just like that. But you always still have to show up and show out. But we got a loaded show.
We do have
I'm glad y'all
show.
in here with us. We got the show that you cannot miss. So start sharing this live video right now because I'm telling you, we got the news that you can use.
Absolutely. So before we get started, we would like to send out prayers to the family, friends, and fans of The Juice. O.J. Simpson. He passed away on last Thursday at the age of 76 years old after an extensive battle with cancer. Now, whether you think he did it or didn't do it or whether the glove fit or it didn't fit, that don't matter. He gone. So we need to send out some prayers for that brother and his family.
Man, Hall of Famer. You know, The Juice is what we call him. And of course, you have the little controversy and all that, but none other the less the young man is gone. Yes. 76 is still young nowadays.
It is.
You know what I'm talking about? So prayers for the family And we don't get into all of that. We just try to give love and respect.
Absolutely. We also want to give a huge shout out. If you guys didn't know, Black History Saturdays took place at Edgerec, and it was loaded to the max.
Yes.
We want to give a huge shout out to Chef Hayes because he did that. Breakfast and lunch. I'm telling you, I just go to Black History Saturdays for the breakfast and lunch. I ain't even gonna lie.
You know what? I was running in a little late for breakfast, but somebody said wings and lasagna. Now,
Baby,
you don't normally put that together unless you
but
really know what you're doing.
It was fire. I'm telling y'all.
Found me a Sprite and some chocolate chip cookies, and heaven was my home.
Right. So we want to give a shout out to all the educators and the students for being committed to the cause. A special shout out to the founder and administrator, Christy Williams, for doing her thing, for bringing her dream to reality. And stepping out on faith. Sometimes, we have all of these great ideas, but we never step out and we take those to the grave.
Right.
So huge kudos to her for just even, first of all, thinking about this idea. And then secondly, acting upon it, after House Bill 1775. So we really appreciate that.
You know what? Just like that, you have to remember, if anybody think you should know your own history,
man,
then you don't even have the problem. They got the problem.
Right.
Because for them to pass that bill in Oklahoma, you got it in Texas, Arkansas, Florida. I think it's like in 14, 15 states now. I don't really know what's going on with that, but I'm glad right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, home of Black Wall Street, what excellence is expected.
Yeah.
We making sure our kids and adults and everybody know our history so we know where we are and where we're going.
Absolutely. And we also want to give a huge shout out to all the people worldwide who are sending in banned books.
Yes.
We have been able to start our banned book library. So it is coming along. Shout out to all of the librarians that are volunteering to set that up for us so that we can check those books out. So, great things are coming in the future. So you guys keep sending the books.
Right.
You can send those to EDUREC, EDUREC, Youth and Family Fund Center. That's at 5424 North Madison Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74126. Attention, Christy Williams.
Yeah, because hey, our history is American history.
That's right.
You can't tell the story. If you're gonna tell the truth, you got to talk about us.
You got to talk about us.
All right, let's do it.
All right, and then I want to give a huge congratulations. I have been so immersed in the basketball playoffs for the women this year. I don't know why. It's just been.
Want me to tell you why?
Why is that?
It's called March Madness for a
I
reason.
know.
You got caught up in the.
I got caught up in the madness
and didn't even realize. I'm like, Damali going crazy. She got. I'm like,
sweat me like off.
Look, she put the black stuff under her eyes. I'm like, that's football. That's football. That's not basketball. That's not March Madness. Now you got a helmet on. It's basketball. You know what I'm talking about? But she got it together.
Yes.
It was. Look, the women, they showed out. We talked about it.
Did that
a little bit last week and the week before. 18-point-some million people watching. I'm excited about women's basketball and things that are going on.
Yeah, big things are happening. So I want to give a huge congratulations to the women who are now WNBA players.
Right.
So shout out to Camila Cardoso. She was number 3 pick for Chicago Sky. She's a center from South Carolina and Brazil.
Right.
Rakia Jackson, she was a number 4 pick for Los Angeles Sparks. She's a forward from Tennessee. And then Aaliyah Edwards, she was a number 6 pick from Washington Mystics. And she came from UConn. And then Angel Reese, my girl, number 7 pick. She goes to Chicago Sky. She's a forward from LSU.
I love her short with that.
You know who your favorite. You know who your favorite is gonna be, right?
Who?
Aaliyah Edwards. You know why?
Why is that?
Because she wears purple hair.
Oh, yeah, she does. She does wear purple hair.
She got purple hair.
And I got
right now. I'm like on the Angel Reese.
You know what? And I got to give Caitlin Clark some props.
Yes.
She cool too.
Yeah,
she's
cool.
That's a bad girl, JB Smooth. I ain't no hater.
She got a shot, dog.
Listen, I'm not a hater, but I'm trying to celebrate.
I didn't say you was a hater,
but
I just said you got March Madness mixed up.
But
I'm just saying, Caitlin Clark, man.
It's one thing to celebrate the sisters.
Yeah, she's a beast.
I gotta give
basketball, but yeah, Caitlin.
She brought the smoke.
She was number 1.
Yeah,
she was the number 1.
I gotta give her that.
Yep.
Yeah, she hard.
Yeah,
she go hard in the
paint. It make you want to be like, what's going on in the WNBA next year?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I really want to watch WNBA next year. For real. Like these women have, just leveled up the game.
Right.
So
they've made it interesting.
Absolutely. Absolutely interesting.
Congratulations
to all right. Are we ready for Black History Trivia?
We are.
Yes, no, maybe so. Black History Trivia. Okay, so y'all remember, no Googling, okay? We're going to tell you the answer at the end.
No Googling in the studio either. We got some special guests in here. Yeah. I can't wait.
AJ said he's going to win the Black History Trivia already. Right, you don't know the question. Okay, here we go. Black History Trivia. Who was the first African American real estate entrepreneur? Was it A, Philip Payton Jr., B, Joseph Price, C, James C. Thomas, or D, John E. Nail?
Read that one more time because I'm still down low.
Trying to figure it
Don't
out.
put
Okay,
y'all answer
one more
in.
time,
I'm gonna
one more
let
again?
Yes,
Yeah.
go and put them in.
Okay.
One more time. Come on.
Here we go. Who was the first African American real estate entrepreneur?
Okay.
Was it A, Philip Payton Jr., B, Joseph Price, C, James C. Thomas, or D, John E. Nail?
JB, that's a hot potato
Hey,
right there.
hey, dog. I'm gonna put the nail in the coffin. I'm gonna go with D, John Nail.
JB says D.
I'm gonna go with D, just off the street.
JB.
What's y'all studio guest? Write it on down on the
That's
paper.
studio guest.
They still praying. Let 'em pray. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go.
Is that your final answer?
Right? What y'all got? What y'all got?
JB said he's going with D.
I'm gonna go with
Man,
John Nail.
I love Black
AJ
history.
said C.
AJ said, see, let me do this. Let me shout out some of my live listeners as I download the answer.
Uncle
And as
Brian
y'all
said
get
C.
y'all answer. Quick shout out to Jeremiah Blackwell tuning
Hey,
in from
Jeremiah.
Mississippi. Your mama, my mama
Hey,
on.
mommy.
We got about 1,000 secret listeners. I don't know what's going on, but
Hey,
welcome
hey,
to the
secret
show.
listener.
Patricia Griffin, welcome to the show.
Hey.
AJ Johnson down there in the J-Bone Lounge, Little
Hey,
Rock,
AJ.
Arkansas. Nicole Travis. Good afternoon,
Hey,
Charles
Nicole, how
Damali.
are you?
Welcome. Lieutenant DeLorean Sanders.
Hey.
Welcome to the show, my friend. Man, Tori Tyson. If you need your
Tori.
hair done, AJ Johnson did say C.
Yep.
Brian said B.
Yep.
And I said all of the above. No, I didn't.
Come on, what you got?
You know what? I'm going with I'm going with D.
You going with D with JB? Okay.
I'm going with JB Smooth. He just got back from off the road. He had to learn some
Hey.
traveling from the East Coast to the West Coast.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
You blowing in the wind.
Let's put the nail in the coffin. Let's put the nail in the wood.
Special guest before we introduce you. Do you guys want to give a shot?
They gave a shot. C.
What they say? They all said C. Everybody said C.
Everybody's
Yeah,
gonna see.
as a
Okay.
collective force.
I'm just gonna
They
say
came
yes.
together.
Yes.
You didn't see their
Yes.
fist? They put
C.
their fist in. They let it come out. So
All
they
right.
got C.
All right. You guys stay to the end of the show and I will let you know the answer.
Just like that. Welcome our other 2.1 thousand people listening in, local,
Hey,
national,
hey,
international. Welcome to
What's
the show.
happening?
It is what it is. Damali, let's get into this first little segment.
Yes.
We don't want to introduce our guests first to see if they want to hop in because they
Well,
can.
yeah, they can. So let's do that.
Because I can't wait.
Okay, so first we have Miss Franchelle Abdallah, our sister, our friend. That's always,
Yeah.
She's been on here so many times. That
Yeah.
Is she
Feel
really
like
a
home
special
now.
guest?
Hey, look, she
No?
up in here with us. You know how
Maybe,
it goes.
maybe not.
It's a
Oh,
family
special.
affair.
Yeah.
How you doing,
Well, you
Franchelle?
are
How you
special.
doing?
Well,
You been doing good?
I've been
You
doing
look
well.
good.
Yeah,
You feel
thank
good?
Feel good. Excited about all the things that are
Yeah.
coming forward. So yeah, I'm glad to be here always.
And we also have Danielle and Algonquin. Did I say it right?
Welcome to the
Yes!
show. Just like they got it right. You see the smiles come
Yes!
out. Boy, you said somebody's name right, and you see all 32 right off the
That's
top.
because I have a unique name. So since my name is unique, then if your name is Tom, I might mess that up. I'm just saying.
Just like that. But they
Yeah.
have something very, very special
Yeah.
coming up.
Yes,
and we
yes.
cannot wait to get into that momentarily. But we got to jump into this one quick thing that we got to
Yes.
get out to the people.
Yes.
And if y'all would like to join in, it's like hopscotch. Y'all play hopscotch. Y'all might be young. Franchelle, I know you know.
See why you put me out there.
I
All
know.
right. Why
I'm
you
just
say
playing.
that, sis?
I
Come
do
on.
know how.
Yeah.
We gotta look
But that's beside the point.
Let's
That's
go with it.
the-
Let's
okay.
go. Let's go with it. Let's go with it.
So what we want to do, because we always want to make sure that we keep our listeners in the know.
Right.
And that you kind of know what's happening, what's going on, where you need to be, what you need to do. And so we're just going to drop some information on you. And then we're going to just have a conversation about it. And,
Right.
and just, you guys feel free to chime in on the live. We are actually paying attention and watching our live, but we just want to talk just a little bit and just let you know what's actually happening in community. So right now, if you do not know, which, and I don't know how you don't know, Envision Comanche. That is one of the big topics that's happening right now
Yes.
in our community. It's at the corner of 36th Street North and North Peoria. And everybody knows, because if you grew up in Tulsa, then you know about Comanche.
It's
You
been there.
know,
It was there,
it's-
what, 40, 50 years? At
Yeah.
minimum.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember it my whole life, and I'm 56, so I remember, Comanche being there as long as I've been alive. But they took that property down, so they moved all the residents out, and now it is totally gone. Like it's like an open field.
Right. And at the time, Jeff Hall was kind of leading that.
Yep.
We had him come in a few times, and we was telling people, Comanche going to be gone. by July.
And nobody believed
They're
us.
like, no, it's not. They went back kaboof like a puff of smoke.
Man, did you say kaboof?
Kaboof. I'm from
What
Little
is
Rock,
kaboof?
Arkansas. Kaboof. I'm from Arkansas. Don't worry about it.
God.
Look, you can't even get your pass to get into Arkansas unless you know.
Unless we know kaboof.
Yeah, y'all better get with me. In fact, I tell them JB Smooth, JB from Fort Smith.
Kaboof. Kaboof.
So if you did not know, Envision Comanche is a $20 million, or I'm sorry, a $200 million.
Add another zero to that.
Add another zero. $200 million multi-year investment. It's a mixed use, market rate, affordable housing, and subsidized housing in that space. It is at the 36th Street North Corridor, and it is slated to be completed by 2028. So that means once they start turning dirt, it's gonna go like wildfire.
Well, that let you know right there, economic development really don't take forever.
It doesn't.
Once you have a plan, you got the people in place, and you're ready to go. They'll pop up with a whole town on you.
And we have
Quick.
been, blessed to be a part of, providing information to community. We held a couple of the meetings over at the 36th Street North Event Center to kind of inform people about what's happening. So there's going to be 545 rental units that are going to come to that space.
Yes.
Now, y'all know in North Tulsa, we need some rental space like yesterday.
Right.
That's part of the reason why I live in Owasso, because when I got ready to purchase a home or even to rent, I had to rent out south. And then I bought my home in Owasso because there was no development happening in North Tulsa, which is really where I had the heart to live. So there's going to be 545 rental units. There's going to be 8 single family homes. And then to the east of that property, there's going to be 70 plus new homes coming up.
Yeah, like multi-million-dollar homes too.
Yes.
So these are not like your regular things. On the front end, it's going to be like 150,000 up to 540,000.
Mm-hmm.
Then on the back end, it's going to be gated, and these are going to be multi-million-dollar homes. So people will be able to live, work, and play. Because you know what happens? People graduate, man. They go off to college, and they be like, man, I can't go back home. I can't even find a house. But I'm thankful that this is coming online and that you'll be able to not only live there, but we here so people can be a part of that development, because we don't want to just be consumers. We want to get what we need so we can participate in the cash flow that's coming in as well, right?
Yes. And now I see Mama Joyce has a comment. She says this is gentrification for sure.
Now, hold on now, Mama.
Mama Joyce.
Hold on, Mama Joyce.
Well, here's the ticket. Gentrification is not even always a bad thing.
Right.
A lot of people think when they think oh my God, I'm finna jump under the cover like the boogeyman is coming. That's not. When you participate and you get in and you have your license in and you're a part of the development that's coming online,
so that goes back to the point that we always say on this show, is that you have to get in position.
You got to be in position.
We have come to you guys and told you about the developer meetings that were happening and taking place that, all of new developers should have been a part of, so that way you can find out what it is that you needed to do, because once this dirt starts moving, you want to be ready.
Right.
You don't want to be, I forgot, I got to get this license, or I got to get this certification, or we were trying to let you guys know that on the front end, so that way it won't be looked at as though it's gentrification.
It wasn't even that, man. We were serving salad, lasagna, sweet tea,
we were
on a Palmer. JB was DJing. Right. We had lights, red carpet. So
I think
it was there.
Think part of that mentality, like Mama Joyce has, some people have that because they may not have been involved in those meetings, for one, but they just so deeply rooted into being from North Tulsa that they feel like something's being taken away from them. And in reality, I think it's a beautiful redevelopment of the new
possibility.
The
resurgence or emergence of things that are possible for 36th Street North. And I mean, the redevelopment was really needed.
So. Oh yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, it is way past time.
And
we should have already done this.
Right. And here's the thing: it's not just going to stop there in the Phoenix district. It's going to extend all the way to 56th Street North in Peoria. So that whole entire area is about to look totally different. So we're on here today, and we've had Jeff on a few times.
Yes.
We've had other developers on a few times. So this is not like just news for today. This is news you can use. This is just an update. Right. So we want to make sure you stay engaged. Franchelle, I seen your finger go up. In church, that means something. You put it down. Okay. My finger come up in church. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So let's open it up to you guys. What do you guys think about this development? And
is it exciting or what?
Yeah.
It's definitely exciting. I mean, yes, it's definitely exciting. Seeing I mean, I'm relatively new to Tulsa. I've been here about 2 years.
Okay.
And when I came to Tulsa, similar to what you said, Damali, I was looking for a place to buy.
Yes.
And it was very difficult to find new construction, quality construction, just anything really. There's very little as far as inventory goes in places that I, would want to live. And so seeing this come, I feel like it's long overdue. Like I said, I've only been here for a short time, but even I can tell.
Yeah.
It's
long overdue.
This needs to happen.
Algonquin?
Likewise, I mean, I just feel that anytime you have the opportunity to, give back, and I think these apartments is really a surge to something that is more to come. We know the passion, we know what's needed up north, and even if you're unable to really tap in, as was mentioned, to this particular development, there's so many more things that kind of spin off, right, of that. So I think it's really exciting because I've been here for 3 years, and being here, there's been a lot of discussion, but it's good to start to see things moving.
Yeah. Can I ask where y'all from?
I'm from Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita, Kansas, in the house.
Yeah,
all right.
And I came from Chicago.
Chi-town.
Okay.
The wind was blowing. That was you. That was you on the way. All that wind blowing. I'm like, who was that? Okay. You stumbled in. Well, welcome to both of you. Freshia, you want to tap in for a second?
Oh, I'm really excited. The fact that it's mixed income, the fact that it's bringing new rental, inventory into the landscape. And then 2, working with these emerging developers. I'm excited, right? Because it's an opportunity to really capture a lot of the capital that's going to come because this project is a catalyst. So, shout out to the Housing Authority and Jeff Hall and you all for the work that you've been doing in terms of getting this area ready. I think it's time for us as emerging developers to come into the space and not, as Mama Joyce said, but revitalize, not gentrify.
Yeah,
so very excited about
So
that.
Mama Joyce has another comment. She says, let's see if the affordable living is followed through on. I was there for some of the meetings. Do your research on what's happened in other cities. Thank you, Mama Joyce. That is a great comment because we can't just take things for face value.
Right.
We need to do the research ourselves and find out for ourselves, which is why I'm going to give you this great segue into go to envisioncomanche.com.
There you go.
There's
Write
information out there that's going to tell you about the development, where they are, what they're doing. I believe Key Construction is the primary developer on that project, but they are looking for Black contractors that can do some of the sub work. So come on, guys, go out there, look, do the research for yourselves and make sure that you're in position so that when these things start happening, because in any city, like we're on a 20-year plan, right? So what you see happening today actually really took place 20 years ago.
Right.
Right. And so it's just now coming to fruition. So a lot of times we're tardy to the party.
Right. And another thing you got to remember too, 36th Street North is going to become the main strip in North Tulsa.
Right.
If you don't know, if you're listening, just go drive down 36. You know what infrastructure look like. You see benches out there. You see the sidewalks. You see places to park. You see the walkable spaces coming. So you got to know what that looks like. And you got to, and if you have land, your grandma's old house, will you please keep it, go pay the taxes on it. Keep your land. If you have it, pay your taxes. Don't let nobody steal your stuff. Come by KBOB. We'll talk to you about it. But hold on to that. I want to go ahead, JB.
Real quick. If you guys don't remember, like they said, time has been flying. Vision 2025, all of those plans, all of this stuff that you see happening was talked about 25 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And we've sat here and let 25 years go by, and some of us are not prepared for what we see happening.
Well, even this plan was going to take like 15 years. But if you remember when Marcia Fudge, Sarah, came to the event center from the White House and announced that $50 million, it gap funded it. So that's why instead of 15 years, I'd have been much older. I don't know.
Right.
But man, to cut it down to now 2028, 4 more years, the stuff is all going to be done. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. And right now, if you go down, if you look to what corner is that over there where they get ready to do the 4 stories of the
that's the southeast corner.
Southeast corner.
Right.
They're gonna break ground in May.
Yeah.
This is April. That's next month. They're gonna break ground. It's gonna be 100 units, 4 stories overlooking downtown. That's gonna be really crazy. Really nice. They're breaking ground next month. 100 of them. They're gonna come up in about a year. So it's moving, y'all. So get involved, and all this stuff gonna be overlooking downtown. If you don't know, if you go to the city, the first thing you want to know is how close am I to downtown and how close am I to the airport. And when you're in North Tulsa, you 5 minutes to 6, 7 minutes from home. All right, what's the next one, Damali?
So the next one is going to be the Evans Fintu. That is a mixed use project as well.
Right.
The hope was that it would be led by a Black-led development company, that they would get the job done. And one was selected, but unfortunately, in typical City of Tulsa fashion, the project was taken away and it seems to have stalled. We don't know what's going on. I actually went out and did the research and I don't see nothing happening. I'm just keeping it $1.
Yeah. But
yeah.
we will.
I'm just saying, we were very instrumental in trying
Yes.
to make sure that community knew what was going on with that project, that community was aware that they were a part of, that we ended up, getting what or having input about what we wanted to see there versus something being forced on us. And that opportunity was taken away. So I'm not sure where we are on the project.
That's the part where Mama Taylor.
That's where Mama Joyce is
because
talking
so
about.
many promises have been made to citizens of North Tulsa and just the community of Tulsa in general, but definitely to North Tulsa. They was like, how many times y'all gonna have one of these meetings and they gonna make these same promises to us? And
why you gotta talk like a JB? You see
how
how you do? You ain't even right in 2024. You ain't right.
That's how the lady said when she came in there. I was like, ma'am, this is a brand new problem. I was like, let's hear what they got to say,
Right.
And I think hopefully they got it right this time.
Well, what I'll say is what I've learned in Tulsa, and I'm not from here. I'm not from here originally either, but I've been here since 2000. So I got 24 years in. It's sometimes things come out and everything on surface is totally different than what's going on underneath the surface. But what I can say, you need to stay in tune, show up to meetings when it's time to vote for people, when it's time to ask questions, bring people back to these situations. So when they talking with the big mic, say no, and now you got some real stuff. Well, when this happened, this is what you said up there, but that's not what happened. So you need to slide to the left and we need to get somebody else in position. So the person that's up there talking can get the job done, or at least let us know where things went wrong. What's the next one about?
The next one is the Kirkpatrick Heights Greenwood Master Plan that's been taking place. That is a 56-acre development that's going to be happening north of downtown. So it's in the Greenwood district. Applications were served. Applications for people to serve on the advisory committee were due on March 22nd. Qualified applicants were supposed to be interviewed and selected by April 5th. Negativo.
That didn't have that's a little late. A day late and $1 short. Just a little late.
Because I actually put in my application for it as well.
Your application is in?
I did.
When I was riding down Pine, I thought I seen your application up on the billboard.
It probably is flying.
No,
it's probably flying.
I ain't going nothing.
It's probably flying to
Wichita or Chicago and the Windy City. No, I ain't going.
No, I'm just playing.
But the ticket again, Damali has been, because here's the ticket about us being on news you can use is we had the engagement contracts for all of this stuff. We got paid to bring this. Now I paid a lot now, so bag up.
Bag up. Don't ask to borrow no money.
I'm still riding on the public transportation. No, I'm just saying. Anybody that deal with the city and stuff know it's not like that.
Right.
But we were offered the opportunity to do the engagement, and thousands came out. And thousands gave their input, from kids in elementary schools to the elderly to everybody in between. So that information is there. And Damali and I are going to make sure we keep you guys all informed.
And shout out to Greg Robinson with Standpipe PO Strategies.
Shout out to Greg.
He was instrumental. We all worked together to make sure that we kept the community informed. We kept it before community about what was going on. And, like I said, some of these projects, guys, it's going to be us, because this is our community. So we can't always complain about what's happening or not happening. We've got to be proactive. We've got to say, this is what we want in our community. And that's it. We're not going to take no for an answer.
Yeah, let me do this real quick. Shout out to Wesley Gamble. Welcome to the show.
Hey,
I didn't
Wesley.
forget about y'all.
What's up,
Pauletta, Wybette Clark. Welcome
Hi,
to
how
the
are you?
show. Also, welcome to the show, Maybelle Wallace.
Miss Maybelle.
Theater North. She
Yes.
is royalty. And all our other secret listeners, we up another 400 or 500. Welcome. Y'all can pull up outside. We'll hang out. We got lemonade in here. We'll bring it out.
Stop it.
We got one more project we want to mention, and then we're going to switch gears and get to our special guest.
One more project, the Black Wall Street Square. It's an $8.4 million project. Shout out to the late Terry McGee. That was our partner, our friend. We miss him daily. But this was his brainchild. It actually is going up at the corner of East Reading Place, I believe, and MLK Boulevard. It's 25 single-family townhomes.
Yes.
McGee Enterprises, Boomtown Development, and Green Country Habitat for Humanity are the individuals that are the organizations that are putting that project together. I can say from the drawings that I've seen, it is a beautiful project. Like I would really consider like downsizing my house and moving to North Tulsa into that space.
I'm trying to put my bid in
nice.
too, y'all. I'm saying they're gonna be really nice. And I think the average price is gonna be maybe around $300,000. So they're gonna be nice. Homeowners Association gonna have a little sprinkler system come on with the nice lighting at nighttime, make y'all cozy and warm and fuzzy. I done went way too far. I got milk and cookies in my hand. But anyway, I'm just saying there are great things coming to Tulsa. We want to make sure you're tapping in, and they got all kind of little programs to help you. So even if you're not sitting up with your pockets all fat, they got programs where you can come in and work with the bank. They put an amount in. As long as you honor that for 5 years, you still get the home. So you don't have to be rich. So make sure you just stay tapped in.
And the thing I will say about that is I had 3 people contact me personally.
Right.
I gave them the information to Habitat for Humanity. Those individuals went in, they took the course that they were supposed to take. Habitat called me and said, hey, you're sending these people over here, and they came and they signed up, and they're in the pipeline. So what I'm saying is the system does work. Go put in your application. Let's not wait until they get built. And then now you're like, I couldn't even get one. Well, did you do what you were supposed to do when we were telling you before the dirt start turning? Let's, make sure that we're doing that.
It's coming too late. We're going to take the quickest break known in North Tulsa ever of all times, because our special guests, they are eager to jump in and tell us about their project. Again, Damali and I was the engagement company that was over all of these projects. So if you have any additional information that you need or where to go, just let us know. That's why we are here. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with our special guest. This is KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development. News you can use. Charles and Damali. We'll be back, y'all, with our special guest.
And this portion of the show is brought to you by Theater North presents Stew. Stew is a stage play written by Zora Howard, directed by Michelle Cullum, and there are 4 dates you can see this at the Tulsa PAC. That's right, the Liddy Dungeons Theater. For tickets, go to TulsaPAC.com.
Getting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046. EduRec is a youth and family fun center located at 5424 North Madison Avenue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. At EduRec, we offer a host of activities for children and families of the Tulsa community at little to no cost. To find out about the many programs, activities, and services offered at EduRec, please visit our website, www.edurectulsa.com, or just give us a call at 918-430-3947.
KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development News you can use. Charles and Damali, and we are back.
We are back, and we had our special guests to kind of chime in on some of those projects, but they're here actually to tell us a little bit about something that they've got going on. But before we do that, we're going to have each one of them tell us a little bit about themselves, like where they're from, what they're doing, why they're here, and all of that. So we're going to start with Danielle. Go ahead.
Ladies first.
Right. Hey, hello. My name is Danielle Ruffin. I'm actually from Chicago.
Yes.
Right, but came here to Tulsa a few years ago by way of the Tulsa Remote Program.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I came here, first of all, before I came here, development has always been on my heart. It's always been something that I wanted to pursue and I've been interested in. But in large markets like Chicago, it is near impossible to even know what door to knock on,
right?
To start the
Yeah.
development
Yeah.
process. Like it's a very difficult, convoluted, laden in lots of politics, and if you're not in that, in that space, it's hard to get into it. But I was really fortunate coming here to Tulsa to cross paths with the likes of over there. And it happened just because I was out talking to people like in rooms like this, and hey, I'm interested in development. Do you know somebody? And Rose led me to
shout out to Rose. Rose always showing you.
Yeah, so I got involved in the Development Academy, the first one, and I remember reaching out, and she said, "Oh, we just finished one, but you can come to the next one. You can apply for the next one." I think I was the first application.
I'm in this thing.
Playing,
I'm not playing the game. I love it.
Then I tell Franchelle all the time, as long as I don't ever receive it in writing that I can't come back, she gonna have to get. That's the only way she gonna get rid of me.
Just like that.
Hey, you're gonna have to tell me in writing.
That's
Well, welcome here from Chicago, and it's fun. Chicago, what is like the third or the fourth largest city?
Right.
You know what I mean? I can only imagine how ginormous. If you can't get in between that'd probably be a tough move.
I was at the Chicago airport the other day. It seemed like I walked for 13 miles.
That's what I'm saying. When you finished walking, you was back in Tulsa. Man, I done walked all the way back home from Chicago. Yeah, it's a big airport, but it's nice. And you got to get that popcorn.
Yeah. Oh my God. Garrett, gotta get the Garrett's popcorn. Yes.
Well, first off, I just want to say thank y'all for having me.
Yeah.
Real. I appreciate being here. I'm originally from Wichita, Kansas. Backgrounds in architecture. Went to school at University of Kansas. Worked in Kansas City for about 10 plus years. And working in Kansas City, man, I was working with, sports, residential, commercial. One of the things that really started to kind of turn was the ability. I was working with a lot of developers at the time.
Right.
And I was like, man, for the projects I want to do, I can't do. So we were doing huge stadiums, and we were, taking out residential areas. And I come from a very, humble location in Wichita, and for me that didn't sit well with me.
Right.
So upon relocating here to Tulsa by faith, and really settling in, I knew I needed to learn development as a way to pierce architecture and development, to be able to self-initiate projects. Yeah. And who better to find to teach than Franchelle? Yeah. And so for me, this time has been extremely amazing, just getting to know the people, the history, the connection. These 3 years, I've spent a lot of time just getting to know everything I can about this city.
Right.
Before I even think about creating or crafting anything. Yeah. So I'm excited to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity. Yeah. And shouts out to Franchelle too.
Yeah.
Just like that, Franchelle is the GOAT. No,
yes.
I'm the greatest of all time. I know, right? I done said she the GOAT. Chicago in the house, you got Wichita in the house.
We already know about Omaha. So yeah, hey. So all roads now lead to our friend, our sister. Yes. We just love her. And your babies too. I'll just throw that in there. So Franchelle, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you got coming up. I heard you got some great stuff happening.
Yeah, it's so good. So of course, Franchelle Abdallah, Be Good Development Partners, a real estate firm here. And what I love is that I've had the opportunity to really multiply impact. And so as Danielle and Algonquin mentioned, we started Rebuild, which is creating resilient and equitable neighborhoods through BIPOC urban incremental land development. And the goal of that was to how can we create a group or a cadre of BIPOC developers and those who identify as women to be able to go out and transform community. And so we were able to do that under the banner. And then, I got an opportunity to fly. Thank God. It was opened up. Rose was instrumental in that with TEDC. Michael DuPont with Schusterman Family Philanthropy. Yeah. Josh Miller with GKFF, Brandon Oldham, and they were like, take it. And
shout out to the crew.
Yeah.
So can you, let's go back just a little bit. Yeah. BIPOC. People may not know what that means. Can you share that?
Sure. BIPOC, Black, Indigenous People of Color. And so we were looking for developers that identified as Black, Indigenous, Latino, Asian, women. And we also wanted an opportunity just to give you the access to skills and knowledge and networks and capital, right? Because so many times we as developers are kept out of those spaces. Right. If you really look at it, less than 1% of developers look like us. Yeah. And so I wanted to figure out how do we turn that statistic on its head? it and make it really about the 99. So we are going after the residential and commercial real estate industry by equipping and really preparing developers to do that. And so when we grew, we kind of remixed it, right? Went back in the lab, took some learnings from Rebuild and the Developer Academy, and we created Day 2, right? Because we all need an opportunity to practice.
Right.
And what happens after you get the knowledge? What happens after you start thinking about, okay, we
Where
are
do
going
you
to keep
go?
grandmama's house, right?
Yes.
We are going to look at that lot on the block and figure out how to develop it. So that's really what Day 2.0 is. And Algonquin and Danielle
Day
are
2.0.
are 2 of 10 developers that are graduating on May 17th.
Yes.
Oh, so y'all got people.
Yes.
Got people, y'all.
Oh, it's a
They
squad.
10, it's a squad. I know, no. Look, look, Damali, I seen the limousine, I seen the helicopters parked around the corner. I'm like, I see y'all, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna roll on up in here. I just want to say congratulations. I mean, the good vibe, the good energy, getting in the space, because I see y'all either being welcome to the table. Y'all gonna build a table. I can just feel it. You know, you have to do one or the other because you can get what you need, but now you got to still keep knocking. And if nobody open the door, you got to be like, okay, you might have to do something. All right, I'm back, folks.
No, I love that.
back,
Because Shirley Chisholm said it, right? If they, bring a folding chair to the table. And I agree with that. But with these developers, we're trying to figure out how to create new tables of engagement, new tables of opportunity. And where doors are closed, we're trying to figure out ways to get through the back door, the side door, the window, pick the locks. I love equipping us to be able to do that. So
that's the Greenwood way, the Greenwood spirit, Black Wall Street.
Franchella, you faced a lot of adversity over the last couple of years dealing with these projects and developments. What is your driving motivation? What is it that keeps you focused and keeps you getting put in the right circles to be able to move forward past the other things that you've been involved that have happened? Because everybody knows, there's no secret that everybody knows about what happened with Evan Finsub. It was all over the news.
The theft, the robbery?
Yeah, the hijacking. The 42 pump fake. That's what they call it over. But everybody knows that happened. What has been driving you since then to keep going and be able to be successful on things that you're doing?
Absolutely. I would say it comes from really the beginning, like coming from a very strong industrious family, right? I think about my grandmother who didn't go past 4th grade and still raised a family of 7, stayed strong, ran a business, and kept it going. And so I think when we think about that, and I couple it with, all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord.
Come
on
now.
That for me is what keeps me going. And I find joy in this, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in this industry if I didn't love what I do. So no matter if a project is successful or if it has challenges, I'm going to keep going because that's what this is about, right? At the end of it, I want to make sure that we not only build impact, but we create generational wealth and income, right, for developers that look like me. So that's why I keep going.
Well, you got something huge coming up. Can you let the people know about it? Because you know how we be up here. We family. We got a couple more guests got to get on. They patiently waiting, but we want to make sure people get the meat and potatoes and where to go and how to do and all that good stuff.
Okay, well, see, I'm being good today. I wrote it down. So, come on. Beacon 2024 Greenwood is a conference. It's hosted by us, but it is on Friday, May 17th. So it's going to be 2 parts, which is really kind of cool. The first part of the day is a conference. And so it'll be from 8:30 to 2 o'clock. And my co-host is Brittany Rose out of Houston with women. She's co-founder of Women Investing in Real Estate. We're having Chris Senegal, who is Invictus Development Group, come and talk about how to revitalize and gentrify your community. Pamela Perry, who's the Vice President of Equitable Housing Development for Freddie Mac, is on board to come to the conference.
Listen.
Yes, very excited. And then we have a surprise guest, Majora Carter, the author of Reclaiming Your Community out of the Boogie Down Bronx, who's going to give a special shout out to the students. So very excited about the conference. But again, it's Friday, May 17th, 8:30 to 2 o'clock. And then the evening of Friday, May 17th, there will be a very special program. It will be the closing reception and Day 2.0 graduation, which will start right at 6 o'clock or 6:30. Doors open at 6:30. All of the events for the day are being done at Fulton Street Books. So shout out to Onika for opening up her space, for doing that. So very excited. It is going to be power packed. You're going to learn about collective community development. You're going to learn about capital investing. You're going to have an opportunity to network with industry professionals, folks right on the ground doing development. People from all over the country are coming. I just got a shout out from Omaha that Omaha's going to be in the house at the conference, and folks from Houston, New York. We have a couple of people out of Texas. I mean, just it's going to be powerful.
Black Wall Street,
so
y'all.
Tulsa, show up and support the graduation of these 10 incredible developers, 8 months of work. And I am excited that they will be unveiling their newest project, a collective community impact development project focused in North Tulsa on 56th Street.
Roll it
North.
out. On 56th Street.
56th Street.
Come on to my people. That's what we're at. Okay, y'all gonna pull up.
So,
we ready.
I'm going to quickly just give the list of day 2 graduates, if that's okay. So we acknowledge all of them. So, of course, Algonquin Tolbert. And I say this to say, right, because we always talk about there's no capacity in North Tulsa or Tulsa, period. There's no Black developers doing a thing. And that simply is not true. Correct. This is a testament to that. So, Algonquin Tolbert with Pavia Designs. Berlinda Radney with Soul City Development. Amber Oputa with Kingdom Vision Homes. Danielle Ruffin with Evolution by Design. Kiana Smith with K Noel Properties. Nyota Gordon with Transition 365 Properties. North Kaskazini with Greater Tulsa Renovations. Regina Dake with Dake by Designs. Daryl Marshall with DTM Homes, and Osi Barako Fori. I want to give it up to them because they
give
have
it up to the capacity team.
Incredible amount of work in 8 months. And then a shout out to our sponsors, Historic Greenwood District Main Street, for being our sponsor and being an incredible fiscal sponsor for the program. GKFF, Schusterman Family Philanthropies, Freddie Mac, Incremental Development Alliance, and the Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce, and World One Development.
Just like that. When we move, you move. Just like that. Y'all know the rest of it. That's good, friendship. That does Damali. I don't know what to say. I'm just like overjoyed right now.
You know what? I think that it's still a testament to what we say on this show all the time. There are many great things happening in North Tulsa. You have just got to get tapped in. And, you know, to come from Chicago and Wichita to tap in to what we've got going on, it's like, you know, that is just exciting. You know what I mean? So we should all be on fire, you know, for the things that are to come in our community. And we should all be trying to rally with these folks and to figure out what part we can play in making sure that these developments come up and that they look the way we want them to look in our community. You know, it's up to us.
Just like that. And that's a month from now. So we got to have you back on again. Y'all come back on come right before it. So y'all save the date. We're saving the date today. Save the date, May 17th. There's going to be a lot going on that weekend. You got the rally going on. You got graduations going. You got Oasis turning 3.
That's my jam.
Oasis Fresh Market turning 3 on that day. It's a whole lot. So it's going to be good times. You know, right now, you can't even get a hotel or Airbnb or nothing in Tulsa that weekend. You can't get nothing. So go and check with Oklahoma City. It's all booked up. You got some rooms?
You know,
Friendship got something on standby.
Right. I got a couple little rooms if you register for the conference.
Right.
Real quick. Just real quick. I'm going to say welcome to the show. Daniel Lynch, he's in here. Eli Grayson is in here. Teresa Elliott is on here. Andrew Rush, welcome. Sharma, welcome. 3,000 other people locked in. So how can people apply? What they need, register, what do they need to do?
So it's Beacon 2024 Greenwood at rsvpfi.com. I'm gonna send you the link.
Okay.
And then you can register, you can see about it, learn a little bit more about our sponsors. You can learn about the agenda. And because I love y'all so much, y'all truly support us in ways that we could never repay. I want to make sure that all your listeners have access to a special rate. Okay. And so if you register between now and Saturday night at 11:59 p.m., okay? No, we're not Monday. The rate is over. Monday, the rate is over.
Right.
But if you register between now and Saturday night, it's $50. So
wow.
$50. Be up in the room for all of that. Yeah.
You know we're going to be there.
It's going to be crazy. I mean, we're going to, it's going to be great. Of course, you better be there.
You know,
come find you.
You're right.
All right. I know.
When is that?
Look, you have food.
17th.
We will have food.
17th.
Of course.
We in there.
We'll be there.
Yeah. With his plate standing there. Yeah.
So before I let y'all go, let these people know. There's a lot of people on Two Friends Shell. Where to follow you? We know this is going on, but if there's anything else, let the people know. Then we're gonna come to our other special guests. If you want to follow y'all on social media, your company, or anything, let them know before we let you go. All right.
Sure. Be Good Dev Co. And Frankie Be Good 918 on Instagram.
Yes, I like that.
Follow her. Ms. Danielle, tell the people.
Absolutely. My Instagram is the model Danielle, so you can find me there.
Okay.
The model Danielle.
You can find me at paviadesign.com or pavia.arc on Instagram.
Y'all heard it here first. We're going to take a real quick break right here on KBOB 89.9 FM. We got another special guest, Corey Taylor II. He got something to say. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all coming in. We'll be right back. World One Development News with you.
On the left, on the right, on the left, I suggest forward left. On the left, on the right, on the left, I suggest forward left. Set it off, I suggest, don't set it off, I suggest, don't set it off, set it off, come on, set it off, set it off on the left, don't set it off on the right, don't set it off.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Theater North presents Stew, a stage play written by Zora Howard and directed by Michelle Cullum, taking place May 18th, 19th, May 25th, and the 26th at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center. Stew is a great story. The Tucker women are up early to prepare a very important meal, or at the least that's what Mama says. But as the day wears on, past hurts and old resentments boil to the surface, making a mess of everything. Stew explores the substance of that special stuff passed between kinswomen and how the secrets we keep from our mothers eventually become the secrets we keep from ourselves. You have to get your tickets to see Stew. This stage play is taking place May 18th and 19th and May 25th and 26th at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center, Liddy Dungeons Theater. Get your tickets at TulsaPAC.com or just call 918-596-7111. And now back to news you can use with Charles and Damali.
Just like that, Damali, we are back.
We are back. And if you guys missed any of that information that Franchelle, Danielle, and Algonquin were providing for us about Beacon 2024, go back and rewind this broadcast so that you can get that information, because it is very pivotal. We all need to know, and we all need to hear about what is happening in our community.
Man, they got some heavyweights coming in.
Yes.
I cannot wait to participate. Hey, we got 3,000 people on. Just if you want to do us a favor, click share. Just share that with your people, because that way you ain't got to try to let them know what all has been said. You can just share it and tell them, hey, you need to go check that out and do it just like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We keep telling you guys there are many great things happening in North Tulsa.
Yes.
Beacon 2024 is definitely one of those things. So now we have another special guest in studio. Super excited about this young man. His dad was actually on the show last week, he is now a part of the NYCU squad.
Right.
Yeah. So we're super excited. So he's none other than Corey Taylor II. He's part 2, y'all.
Put your deuces up in the air. Welcome to the show, Corey. How you feeling, man?
For having me, and shout out to my dad, man, for letting me borrow his name and following his footsteps. He's taught me most of what I know, so I'm really grateful for him.
And you got the beard working like your dad too.
Yeah, it's my dad's beard, right? So I look at how he designs it, and I say, hey, Barbara, give me that right there.
I'm gonna do that.
You know what I appreciate about Corey Damali is we met with him and his business partner. Probably, man, has it been a year?
Yeah, it's been a year.
Time goes by so fast. But some people have a vision and no plan. Man, my brother had a vision. And man, when I look at the Tulsa world, when I look on social media, I see that vision manifesting.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you on that. And we got about 3,000 people on. We know you, but these people might not know you. Just tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Corey Taylor. I'm originally from Kansas, but I spent a significant amount of my life here in Tulsa, so I consider Tulsa home. I went to the University of Tulsa.
TU in the house?
Yeah. After graduating from Holland Hall, I did 5 years at TU. I played there as well as a running back for the football team. After that, I had a short stint with the Browns, and then I came back to Tulsa after living in LA for a little bit. And then I got really started with pursuing this vision that myself and my business partner, Eric Sherburne, have been working on since
2 years ago now. So 924 South Boulder is the address. We're on 11th and Boulder downtown, and we're taking a 100-year-old cathedral and converting it into a music venue, and then just a space for programming and incubation for creatives.
I love that.
Big.
That
It's
awesome.
easy to say and it rolls out good, but that's a lot of work, man.
It is a lot of work.
How was that process, man? For some of these people they see the vision, they know what they want to do, but then it's a process. So how has that process for you to get to where you are? How has that been?
It's been challenging for sure. I think I'm extremely grateful to have gone into the process naive to some things, because that naiveness allowed me to continue to just have a spirit of just keep going and keep doing it, and trying to overcome the obstacles and challenges that were in front of me. But it's been a difficult and challenging process, but it's been a lot of fun, and I've learned a lot. And I'm really excited because now, after having, and we're not always there, but doing it once, I feel like then I can wash and repeat and do it again, rinse, wash, and repeat. And so I'm really excited to be where we are with the project.
One more quick question, Damali. Corby, we always talk about a lot of times some of our most gifted young people, and you are one of our most gifted young people. They go to college, do that, but then they be like, man, I got to get out of Tulsa. I'm getting out of here. And you one of those people that could have been East Coast, West Coast, in another country. You have those talents and gifts, but what said, you know what? No, I'm using my talents and gifts right here in Tulsa.
Man, I tried. I tried. And when I say I tried, it wasn't that I couldn't do it. When I came back to Tulsa after having lived in LA, played with Cleveland, I really just felt called to be here. And so faith has been such a huge and instrumental part of my life. And, I was about to hop back on a flight, and I felt like God told me to stay here. And that, at the time, I didn't know exactly what I was going to do, but I knew that my only choice was to trust God in that moment. So I stayed. And then, honestly, within 2 weeks, then this vision starts to be downloaded to me about the Dome. And my vision, my business partner, Eric, we start sitting down and talking, and then just really start mapping it out and creating a real plan to be able to execute this vision that we felt entrusted with. And that's kind of how the story goes. But I love Tulsa.
Where's that location of the venue?
11th and Boulder.
11th and Boulder. Downtown.
Nice. Yeah. And I didn't really fully answer your question. What really led me also to stay in Tulsa, why I choose to stay in Tulsa, is because I feel that Tulsa is kind of an infrastructural playground. You have the real opportunity to get in on the ground floor of all this new redevelopment happening, this revitalization happening. And I just thought, like, what better place to be in to be able to capitalize on the opportunity at hand than Tulsa.
I like that. I like it.
So you are also pivotal in the Mayfest, is what I hear. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What are you doing with that endeavor?
Yeah, so for Mayfest, I'm the music and performing arts chair for this year.
Oh, wait a minute. You can't get that fast.
So
like
who we
that.
got? Who we got?
What you got going on? Tell us. That's big. I just want to say congratulations.
Yes, that is awesome.
To be in that seat, to be, what's the word? To be the person that got to orchestrate all of that. It's more than a notion. I say it like that.
Yes.
Well, let me first say this. Credit to the team that we have. We have an amazing team.
You gotta have a squad.
Gotta have a squad, and really everything. And even with the project, it's myself and Eric. But then we have an amazing team. But for Mayfest, we have an absolutely amazing team. I feel very fortunate and blessed to be able to be trusted with the responsibility that comes along with curating the artists and the performing artists for Mayfest, because I know that it's such a big community event. Each year we have 100,000 people out over the course of the 3-day weekend. And so to be able to be trusted with that, and then just to make really key and important decisions is a huge honor. And I'm really excited because we've got some great stuff planned for this year.
If we could just get the weather to cooperate. Usually every year with Mayfest, it's either a rain or the wind come through and blow all the tents away.
Another thing too, Damali, when you talk about thousands of people coming, it's something to be responsible for people and they don't even know you're responsible for them. You're trying to create a vibe and the energy and the space to come and all of that. Now you got to try to visualize what is it that they want.
Yeah.
And then actually pull that off for a city.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. And I'm just excited you were able to come in today just to talk a little bit about it.
For sure.
Go ahead, Damali.
Yeah. So
we looked at the forecast too, and it's pretty clear that week.
So far.
Fingers
crossed.
Fingers crossed. I know that's like 30 days down the road, 25 days, but
Every year.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Eugene and Ian E.
Hey.
Sanders. Welcome to the show. And all the other thousands. Y'all keep click and share this. We here with Corey Taylor II. He heading up Mayfest. Thousands are coming in, but he is making preparation. What can people expect? Because I'm thinking some of these people now is trying to pack up their suitcase.
Yeah, man. For Mayfest, I can tell you what, it's going to be super high energy. It's family friendly. You can bring your kids out, bring your families out. You know, we have tons of vendors going to be out. So there's food and drink to keep you nourished the whole time you're out there. But also we have an amazing selection of artists who are going to be performing on the stage. And then also all of our visual artists, you know, they'll be around our main stage. So selling and displaying their art, which is really awesome. That's cool. But I could talk a little bit about our artists who are going to be performing on our main stage. And this year, you know, kind of talking about the weather, typically you would have one headliner that would be on a Saturday night. Right. And so this year we decided to make the strategic decision to spread out our talent, you know. So it's not just one day. Each day that you come to Mayfest, at any time, really, you're going to be able to see a great performance from a very established artist who have made significant strides in their career. So on Friday, we have a headliner that's going to be King Cabbage and John Fulbright. And if you don't know anything about either of those, King Cabbage is like Tulsa's very own, you know, New Orleans bluegrass band, super talented instrumentalist. Then John Fulbright, Grammy nominated singer and songwriter. Then on Saturday, we've got headliner back to back, Jolene Brown, Josh Fudge, Willie Jones, Papa Rod. And, you know, one of the artists who I really am excited about, and I'm excited about all of them, but I don't, if any of you have listened to Beyonce's new album, Willie Jones made an appearance on that album. So he just entered the Billboard Top 100 at number 59 with an amazing song, Just for Fun with Beyonce. Papa Rod is going to close out that night for us. And he's amassed over 90 million streams off of his last EP. Wow. We feel really good about all of our lineup. Jolie Brown is a newcomer to kind of the main stage. But I think her story is super inspiring because in a short amount of time, within 2 months, we've seen this crazy ascension to going from winning a talent show competition to performing at South by Southwest to now coming and performing on our Mayfest stage. And then on Sunday, we have Samantha Crane. And I feel really good about her. She's a folk artist. She's native. And she's gotten a ton of national press and recognition, NPR, Rolling Stone, just countless really trusted news sources. So I'm really excited about our lineup this year and think that people are going to really enjoy it.
So tell our listeners when Mayfest is.
Yes. Mayfest is from May 10th through the 12th, downtown Tulsa, in the heart of Tulsa. You can catch us on Main Street, Reconciliation Way, Archer. That's where we'll be.
And the hours.
The hours. Okay. So the hours, we're really on Friday. We open we start at 11 a.m. The music's really going to kick off around 4 p.m.
Gotcha.
So that's Friday. And we understand people are coming from work and things like that. So we're starting the music off at 4 p.m. Saturday, we got community programming in the morning, and then around 3 p.m. that music will begin to start, and you will be able to listen to all those headliners I've been telling you about. We've got 4 on Saturday, and then on Sunday, we'll be kicking off, I believe, at 11 a.m.
11 on Sunday.
You guys do a lot of local support for bands and artists that are trying to get on and get exposure and perform in front of those crowds. What is it that you guys look for?
What do we look for, man? We have a vast like range of criteria, but really right now what we were looking for this year in our committee is artists who we were inspired by and we saw really taking their craft seriously, like artists who are trying to take that next step in their career. We have some artists who are performing on our stages who may have had a peak in their career, you know, a few years ago, but they're still active in the community. They're those stakeholders, and we wanted to make sure that they were still on stages as well. So we wanted the criteria really for me is like, okay, who's taking this seriously, who's taking the next step in their career, and then who also is starting to build a fan base. And if they haven't started to yet build a fan base, then how can we strategically align them on the stage to where they can start to adopt the fans of some of our more established artists.
And one last question. The city of Tulsa kind of abandoned Mayfest, and TU came and picked up the ball for the last couple of years. You guys been running with it. Is that something that's going to carry on for years to come? Is this temporary?
Yeah, I think that's always the hope. Mayfest is a beloved festival.
And how do you guys feel about handling this such a big responsibility?
It's a huge responsibility, and I want to point to our leadership on that. Our president, Brad Carson, he's been obviously super instrumental in taking on that responsibility and that challenge, and then enlisting an amazing team to be able to execute it. It's a huge responsibility. We have a huge team and a very equipped team, and we're doing our research, and we're not just saying, hey, we're taking over this festival, but we are leading the festival and leading the charge, but also incorporating all those stakeholder volunteers who are involved to make sure that their voices are heard, and then see what was working for them. We didn't want to just start from scratch. We said, hey, what's working? And then whatever's not working, let's try and elevate that area of it. So really analyzing what our weaknesses are.
I ain't gonna lie, they had a smooth transition because no one really knew what was going on. You guys kind of made that happen. Because ultimately they said the rumor on the streets was if TU had not picked it up, there would be no more Mayfest.
Yeah. So we were really excited just to be able to have the opportunity.
That's amazing.
And I think that when people come out to Mayfest this year, just based on the feedback we've gotten from past committee chairs, volunteers, that they're really going to be surprised with just the level of thought, intentionality that's been put behind each decision we've made.
Let me ask you this. So is there any more space for vendors, people that want to participate, any of that stuff, or is it all locked in? Because I know it's kind of right around the corner.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. We're locked in. We were fortunate enough to get ready for this, months in advance. It's pretty locked in, but if there are any questions, requests, or anything like that, you can feel free to DM the @Tulsa Mayfest page, and someone will get in touch with you.
Just like that. Do you want people to follow you on anything, or you just grab you on Mayfest?
You can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Corey Taylor II, so Corey Taylor II. And then I'll constantly be posting updates about our artists who are going to be performing on our main stages, and even not on our main stages. We have a lot.
So there's two of you.
Yeah, my dad.
Okay.
Yeah,
my dad.
Cordy.
Corey D.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
You were asleep on that part. We talked about this.
He was getting, he was programming and getting all that stuff, the producing stuff done.
Yeah.
But I just want to say, Corey, proud of you, man. Kudos to you. Hats off to you, man. Hey, we feel like we're in good hands. We're gonna be at Mayfest. Now, I'll be honest, I'll be coming for the food. I mean, I'm gonna be kicking it with the music too, but man, they be having some bomb food.
The food is
they do get into that.
So, and how can people follow the progress on the development project?
Yeah, at the Dome Tulsa on Instagram.
At the Dome Tulsa.
And then we also have a website at the Dome Tulsa.
Now, are you guys? Where are you at on the development of that? Is it still the early stages?
Still early stages. Yep. We're fully permitted and ready to go, and we're gonna look to get construction started here pretty soon.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you coming on the show as always. We're gonna have to do lunch or something here pretty soon. Yeah, so
probably after Mayfest.
Yeah, after
Mayfest. We ain't gonna call you to after Mayfest, but it's a lot, thousands of people listening in, local, national, and international. Just tell them a little something, encouraging word, man, before you go.
Man, if you got a dream, you got to pursue it.
Come on.
And if it's something that you've been orchestrated or called to do by God, that He's going to make a way. And then just keep believing in yourself, and everything will work out.
Just like that.
Awesome.
This KBOB 89.9 FM World One Development News. You can use Charles Damali, Corey Taylor II. Thanks for coming in. Next, Chavez Miller. He's in the building. We'll be right back, y'all.
Thank you.
EduRec is a youth and family fun center located at 5424 North Madison Avenue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. At EduRec, we offer a host of activities for children and families of the Tulsa community at little to no cost. To find out about the many programs, activities, and services offered at EduRec, please visit our website, www.edurectulsa.com, or just give us a call at 918-430-3947.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa. I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa, Jimmy.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.
Yeah. I ain't gonna do y'all like that, Chavez. KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development, News You Can Use, Tall and Damali, and we are back.
We are back, and we have two other special guests.
Special.
Yeah, special guests in studio with us today. We have Chavez Miller and Miss Tiffany Kraut that are going to be in studio, and they're going to tell us about something exciting that they've got going on that you guys should know about. Trying to keep you in the know. So we'll go with Tiffany first because
Tell the
ladies
people
first.
a little bit about yourself,
Yes.
only because we got about 3,000
Yes.
people on. Just a little snippet on this is who
She's
Tiffany
like, hey.
is. This is how I roll.
That's what's up. So I'm really happy to be here with the mayor.
Come on. I know. I feel
I
that.
think she's right.
we went out to pass out some flyers for the Easter egg. Was the Easter egg?
Yeah, it was Easter.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. I've been running this literacy development program for some time, and everywhere we went, it was like, "Oh man, what's up, Shivers? What's up, man? What's
That's
going
how they
on,
say it.
man?"
That's how they say it.
It's like, yeah, Lee, I should have been
know it.
did this. Like, what
yeah.
am I
He
doing
knows
with my
it.
life?
Everybody.
You know everybody.
Everybody. So my name is Tiffany. I'm also an artist. So if you're looking for me on the internet, it's Rashanis. Music is my first love, but my second love is literacy development. So I created my own system to teach our children how to read. Literacy is the gateway to consciousness.
Yes.
You don't have anything if you don't have the ability to be literal. And in this day and age, it's way too many of our children that are falling in the cracks and nobody cares.
Right.
Like, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. So I've been at it for 15 years. And the reason why I started out with, bigging up Shiv is because honestly, in the 3 years that I've been here, I moved here with Tulsa Remote. Nobody has really supported my vision like him. And I don't know that he knows that.
Wow.
That's true.
That's awesome.
Where you from?
You are amazing.
I'm originally from
that.
Detroit.
Detroit, right
Yeah.
now. Detroit, the Motor City.
The Motor
is
City.
in the house.
Oh
You know
my
about-
God.
I knew you was an artist when I seen the hat sitting to the side.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
Creative.
Yeah,
Definitely a
Put it in the
creative.
booth.
Yeah.
Put it in the booth. I
So I'm
already
about to slide the DJ my Spotify, my YouTube.
Uh-oh.
Listen, ain't nobody doper than me on the beats.
Oh.
Challenge you.
DJ,
I'm not challenging
Oh.
the DJ. I'm challenging anybody in Tulsa. Like,
Oh.
holla at me.
Okay.
Detroit is the Motor City.
Oh,
I
damn.
understand.
Oh,
I went
that's
to
my
Langston.
vein.
Oh.
You
That's
know,
my vein.
Detroit was
Just
in
real
the
quick,
building.
speaking of Detroit, how do you feel about all the attention it's getting the artists? You think it's past due? Is it late? Is it tardy slips going out? I mean,
You know
music,
what?
so much music come out of Detroit right now.
The thing about home,
That sound
the sound
of hip hop right now is Detroit.
It is. And it's been Detroit. That's why when people start talking about Detroit, I'm like, man, GTFOH, stop. Because you don't know. The history is so long. And one of the
Right.
things that I love about home, unlike other cities I lived in Houston, even being here, is Detroit is not so quick to cover up its history.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And when we think about history being the investigation of fact, not what actually happened, right? We think about Motown. We think about the Motor City. We think about
Right.
how we've been the staple to carry things that are important, infrastructure, economics, shared economics, like that's all been a D. So when we think about the music that we're seeing and hearing now, it's been there. It's been there.
Real talk.
That tempo, what is that? What's up with that tempo? I gotta ask.
Listen.
That doom, doom, doom.
Well,
That
it's
doom,
Dilla.
doom, doom.
It's Dilla. You
It's
know,
Dilla.
It's Dilla. You think it's Motown, Berry Gordy. I was just at this luncheon, this 36 Degrees luncheon. We were talking about how to describe my sound because I coined it cosmic soul.
But I like that.
Yeah, Dilla is like heavily influential, but also Donald Byrd, Alice Coltrane. Like there's so much richness. The
She's
Jones
speaking
Girls.
music now.
Because it's my life.
Yeah.
You know, I do this because I love the kids and I want to see them literal. But if I wasn't
Heart
doing
and
this,
passion.
man, cut it out.
Want to get me started? You just got to start it, JB. Hold on, let's get Shabazz Miller in here.
Hey, no, I'm enjoying it.
I've
been here a couple
But you're on
times.
camera too, so merge into the traffic. Man. Come
Well,
on,
I mean, people that don't know me, I'm Chevy Miller. Part of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Blue Phi. Also the manager of Lacey Park, and. I do a lot of things. Like Tiff said, I've been a strong supporter of what she's doing with this. We sat down and had a long conversation. And I feel like this is a part of my heart because me having 2 kids under 2, one thing I've learned is that literacy is important, know, and finances is important.
Yeah.
So making sure that you're proficient in those 2. And so, we sat down and got to talking and she presented this to me and I was like, hey, this is something for the kids. And then we also know what's going on with TPS right now, and their lack of literacy. And so one of our goals, Ebony, if you're watching this,
come on, Ebony.
We need to partner with you because we want to help you. This is something that can help your kids in regards to the pressure that's being put on you by the state.
Right.
So just being a kid myself and having to work a little bit harder, being in the 10th grade and reading on the 3rd grade level, because I just didn't like to read, to be honest with you. It wasn't that I wasn't smart. I just didn't like to read. I saw my dad growing up. He'd be up at 3 o'clock in the morning reading and stuff like that. And so I picked up reading a whole lot later on in life, and so, I'm happy to say now I'm way more literate when it comes to reading and understanding and comprehension. But our particular community doesn't understand how important it is when it comes to literacy.
And how much that holds you back.
Oh, it does.
So like you were saying, you on a 3rd grade reading level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then how long did it take you to get caught up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know because starting in, I think it was like 2012, 2013, I started reading 1 book a week. And so, I still hold that habit to this day. Like I have a whole small bookshelf in my house of books that I've read, and stuff like that. And so what I try to do is once I read the book, I try to see how I can implement that particular book into my life.
So tell us about
I just want to say real quick, all the way down there in the J-Bone Lounge, Jacksonville, Arkansas, Mr. Energizer said, "What's up, Frat?" From the J-Bone Lounge.
Blue Fight.
Gotta get that out. Let us get that out.
Just let us have our moment.
Go ahead.
Hey, Charles, everybody looking away like down.
They know about it, but man, y'all got good energy, man. You always do, and you're absolutely right. He's always been a person that everybody takes his call for some reason. Other people, you don't take it. When he called, I don't know. I don't know if he didn't got people around the corner. You know, athletic, you got hands, karate. But when people call, when he calls, you answer, and then you show up when he has something.
No, seriously.
We always
genuine.
appreciate him.
That's the thing.
Right.
Being from the D, I can see right through a lot of stuff.
Right.
But it's not just me. It's just he's been incredible to a lot of people.
I do this. Welcome to the show, Alicia Walker, and I say Councilwoman. But that's all Harper's tuned in with us. We got Shabazz Miller and Miss Tiffany. is in the building. Getting this financial literacy. Let's go for it.
All right. So tell us about the event that you guys have coming up, and what it entails and how people can be a part of.
Well, I'm actually let Tiff go.
Okay,
and I'll close it out.
Okay. So the program, let me just go back a little bit because I know we're pressed for time. So what I do is, again, the system is completely developed for our children, right? I'm a cultural communications consultant by day. I'm a project manager. So when we think about the future of education and the future of work, our children are not only lacking the developmental skills, but what we call power skills. So they're not going to be equipped to move into the future of education. The future of work seamlessly. And that's that's the gap that we're really talking about when we're talking about social economics, right? How this compares. So the programming is ongoing at Lacey. Okay, we're there every day from Monday to Thursday. It's me and all my supplies and
all your
the
stuff
children that we have enrolled. Yeah.
Right.
And all we're working on is literacy development. Now, it is what we call extreme, and that has a science, technology, reading, writing, engineering, arts, and math programming
STEM
core.
in there, right?
Yeah, because that is project-based learning is the future. You don't the classroom is it's about to die, y'all. I'm telling everybody I can, pull your kids out.
Oh wow.
I said it.
Right.
Fight me.
Yeah.
Pull your kids out. What's going to happen next is going to be crucial. And those of us who are already behind, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
So I'm real passionate about it. Chevis knows this. I don't cut no corners. I don't curl my tongue when it comes to literacy development for our children. Again, it's the key to consciousness. You're not alive and well. It translates to how you healthily actualize if you cannot read. Right. And I don't care that you can't read. Just come holler at me.
Yes.
Give me your baby.
Yeah.
2 hours a day. That's all I want.
Yes.
And so we have a program over there Monday through Thursday. Shivers just made me change the hours. You know, I've been trying to go home, make a beat.
I'm like, nah. She had the hours from 3 to 6.
I had
from
2 to 6.
2 to 6. But I was like, hey, kids don't need to get out of school till 3 o'clock.
Right.
And so, you know, my goal and vision for the program is, you know, to create an after school situation for the kids.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I mean, we have all these other, you know, not trying to talk bad about any after school program, but we'll say we have some after school programs that are less productive when it comes to children.
Right.
You know, and so what we want to do is we want to be a producer when it comes to after school.
Yeah.
You know, bring your kids. Hey, listen, I even throw it out there. The parents that just want some babysitting.
Right.
You know, as long as your kid ain't too bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Yeah.
Keep it in this range.
Yeah.
Right.
It got to be in this
That
range.
Right.
2 up, 2 down. Hey, we don't want them
Come
kids.
pick them up.
Yeah. But no. You know, I mean, for me, you know, God has given me a calling when it comes to the north side of Tulsa and being able to come back and work in my community at Lacey Park. You know, I was at Monte Casino for a while, left, came back. You know, but I bring back a different mindset. You know, and going to Monte Casino and seeing how Monte Casino operates on a daily basis.
Right.
And you know, while our kids are going to different basketball camps, they're going to engineering camps.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
And so
you
understand why there's an advantage. You know, because they invest a lot in education. So you know, I'm like, look, you get off. You know, let's say you work 6 to 2:30. You go get your kid at 3. Bring them and let them hang out with us from 3:30 to 5:30 before they go to practice at 6.
Right. Are you guys offering snacks for the kids? Or
so it is a whole child program. I do not feed any child that comes to the program anything I would not feed my own children. So that means no sugar. Look, a lot of parents are like, oh no, I don't care. That's why your baby can't cognitively function.
Right.
So yes, you do get a snack. We do have drop-in rates available. I just need 24-hour notice. Like it's just there. And again, we're talking about proficiency, functionality. We're not talking about worksheets. And I even had this one grandma. She was like, "Oh, I was raised on phonics." Most of us don't know that we are not a phonics heavy people. We're a multi-sensory phonics people because we hear and respond. So I don't do any of that stuff that they do in the classroom. It's whack. It's not working.
Right.
Look, JB, even on the mic, she sounds like she rapping. Man.
Right.
Not even
like I got bars, man.
Yeah, she got bars. You see that? She kind of like it's not even regular.
Hey, that's why I'm afraid to talk. I'm like, man, I can't rap. I'm not
I know, right?
to rap. That's why when she talking, start talking to him, I was like,
battle.
I do not want to be in that file. Let me back up a little bit.
Look, she talking. I'm over here doing the day. On the radio.
Can you give us a little sample? Just a little sample?
No, I don't. So you know, when you think I can sing a little something, but in terms of freestyle, like I got to be in a different space.
Not even freestyle. It can be some original material.
Yeah, producers on here.
So I have this, yeah, for sure. So the song that's out is called "The Time," and a lot of people, it's basically a rehash of MJJ. So you know, he remember the time, and my version is really y'all got to check it out. It's "Do you remember the time? Do you remember the time?" The time, and it's a lot of repetitive in it, but it's to a trap beat and it's loaded. Like
really?
It's loaded. I shot the video on the water, had my videographer. He had the drone photography.
So you serious about this music?
When
thing?
I say, I mean, and this is the thing that I will say about Tulsa. Moving here, you know, I had a lot going on. I was going through a divorce. My oldest son was in some trouble. And I was like, okay, I think I'm about to lose my mind. Like, either I'm going to, and I'm already a Buddhist, so I already chant. I'm already, you know, doing the spiritual thing. But I'm like, okay, if I don't do something, I'm not going to make it, you know? And so when I started really digging into the music, I've loved it all my life. I was just like, what did I wait so long for?
Man, that was your therapy right there.
Yeah,
huh?
it was. So I'm healing, you know, physically, mentally, and otherwise. But me and that mic, man, it's over.
It's one-on-one. It's going down.
Oh, and one thing I want to add to this is we have a plan. I know she said something about there's a drop-in fee.
Right.
But we have in the process of applying for a grant to where it can be a free program.
Awesome. That would be amazing.
Yeah. So we want to, I definitely want to make sure that people understand that, because you get to talking about fees, you know how our people can be.
Yeah,
like, that's a cost.
Look, before we switch gears to our Hump Day Hot Topics, where can they go sign up? Just one time, give them the address where they can sign up.
So I would say either you can go to Tulsa Parks .recdesk.com or tell them that, you know, call Lacey 918-596-1470. We can give you more information on it. Look, man, we just want to, you know, we want to help our kids.
Right.
I mean, bottom line, man, we want to help our kids. Like, us as a people, we always complain about, you know, being disadvantaged or stuff like that. But one thing that I've realized is, yes, there is a system in place.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like, you got to study the system, and like the Bible says, study to show yourself approved.
Come on.
Yeah.
So as we're studying and we study the systems, there's no perfect system. You just got to, you know, I mean, like Franchelle said earlier, hey, we might have to go through the back door. We might have to cover them under the table. But, you know,
But at
the end of the day, long as you know that you still coming, that's what it is.
Got to get the job done. No excuses.
Exactly.
JB, you ready for that Hump Day Hot Topic?
You know it.
Go ahead and drop it, man.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the all new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
Hey, guess what day it is?
Hump Day!
Hump Day! It's Hump Day! Hey, Mike!
It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on news you can use.
Man, Damali, we got us some bars. We got us some verse. Chavez gave us some wisdom, like always.
As always.
But let's get into these Hump Day Hot Topics right quick.
Hump Day Hot Topic number 1. So I don't know if you guys have heard this, but Oklahoma student debt relief for $4,060 by President Joe Biden.
I heard.
It says that a new announcement brings debt cancellation to over 36,640 people in Oklahoma under the Biden-Harris administration. President Biden announced that 277,000 more borrowers across the country.
Hold on, let JB put the camera on you, because Chavez will be like, I don't talk like that. I don't talk like that at Lacey Park. Come on.
Including 4,060 from Oklahoma will have their student loans forgiven, emphasizing the impact of Oklahoma student debt relief.
How many people gonna have their students?
4,060 from Oklahoma,
Dang,
but a grand total of 277,000 more borrowers across the country.
Man, what you think about that, show? That's
a lot of money.
Think about that?
That's a lot of money,
and that's a lot of incentive to keep learning.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. You like me. That's why I said I can't say nothing. I'm speechless. The mom be pulling this stuff out.
So check this out. They're saying that the total debt relief provided by the Biden-Harris administration thus far is nearly $153 billion for 4.3 million Americans. This includes $1.5 billion for the 36,640 Oklahoma student debt relief applicants. So I mean, if this happens, you know, now I will say this: it's election time.
It's election time.
It's election time.
But they done already done something. If they don't release some people,
they've done something.
JB, you got some.
I think they're trying to secure the position.
They trying to secure the bag.
Secure the bag.
That's a good way to do it.
That's a one hitter no quitter.
That's a grand slam.
One thing I will say though is in regards to PSLF, you know, public service loan forgiveness, is I was on LinkedIn and a guy was like, man, they don't need to give this poor people no more money. I was like, whoa, hold on, time out, bro. Right. So you know, I'm on LinkedIn, so you can't go off, so you got to be politically correct.
Right.
So I had to think about it. So what am I gonna say?
Right,
Just in case my employer see this.
Right.
And I said, well, you got to look at it like this. At the end of the day, teachers and people that work for nonprofits,
Right.
they don't often get paid as much.
That's right.
And so it's often, to be honest with you, it evens out. You know, and when I say y'all, he was going off on folks.
Wow.
I said, man, I don't know if I want to respond to this dude. But when I said it, he was like, "You're right."
Yeah. That makes sense.
He was like, "You're right." And that's all. That's all he responded. I was like, "Oh, dang, okay."
Yeah.
JB, they get your debt. They get your debt too.
I don't have no student loans.
You don't?
I don't have no student loans to forgive.
Say you're free. Let me tell you something. A lot of time, most people that we know that went to school, went to college, you be paying that for the next 20, 30 years.
Yep.
Easy.
Yep.
Unless you end up with like a high paying job or some kind of inheritance or something.
And more often than not, that does not happen.
Imagine.
More often than not.
I tell people a lot of times, my whole goal is just to be debt free. Imagine your life if you just debt free. If you don't have no house, car, student loan, credit card. Just that. You don't really need that much to make it. Give me about $3-4 grand a month, maybe $2. If I don't have no debt, that debt is the killer.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Me and Damali gonna follow up on that. We're gonna get the details because I want to find somebody that debt got released.
I don't know anybody.
I need somebody to call me. If y'all on the live, let us know.
Yeah.
If you've been
Well, actually, I do know somebody. My boy. So he went to Booker T. He played, his name is Larry Boone. So he got his debt. He got his debt relieved.
For real?
Yeah. He was one of them.
It's confirmed.
Yeah. So at least
approved and confirmed.
Shout out to Boone. He giving us all hope.
Okay, right?
Yeah.
What we got next, Damali?
All right. So an all-girls school, St. Mary's Academy band finds inspiration from big goals and big entertainers. It says, from the sousaphone to percussions, the tone of this 40-member all-girls band is all business. It's all girls, all black girls, no boys at all. They are a marching band who has performed in 8 carnival parades along with instrumentalists as young as 4th grade. They have played for people like Beyonce, Doja, Cat, Lizzo.
What?
And I didn't know that Lizzo. Did y'all know that Lizzo played the flute? I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I missed it. Yeah, you didn't know either. Okay, good. I'm glad we
Yeah,
on the same.
no, we on the same.
Yeah, we on the same page. Okay,
you know
good.
me. I'm always
yeah,
keep it real.
and right.
Oh, yeah.
So these girls, and you guys really need to look them up. So they're St. Mary's Academy. But when I tell you they are not a joke, they have a video on there. They are killing the game. One man, one sound, and it's all girls. All girls private school. They are amazing. So check them out.
Real quick, Corey, he just left, but he tuned in, checking out. That's why I had to hit that verse real quick. But anyway, Brian, Uncle Brian said I did. I don't know if he's talking about the loan or he's talking about if you knew about
and
the girls.
I see Miss Patricia Griffin. She said, do you need to fill out an application for the student loan debt forgiveness? There is actually an article I posted on our social media like 2 days ago. So if you go to that article, there's the link inside the article. And you just go on there, click that link, and it'll tell you what you need to do step by step.
Yep. Elizabeth Moore, welcome to the show.
Hey.
All right.
All right. So Black History trivia question.
Uh-oh. Put your thinking cap on because y'all didn't hear this.
Yes. Black History trivia. Who was the first African American real estate entrepreneur? Was it A, Philip Payton, B, Joseph Price, C, James Thomas, or D, John E. Nail?
One more time. For our special guest.
They like,
Who you with?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Black History.
One more again. Who was the first African American real estate entrepreneur? Was it A, Philip Payton Jr., B, Joseph Price, or C, James C. Thomas, or D, John E. Nail?
I'm going. I'm gonna either go. My first choice is gonna be Nail for a nail in the coffin to finish the project. Or it's gonna be Mr. Price because the price is right.
What was Price?
That's
excellent logic.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Miss Tiffany, you want to take a shot at it?
I was thinking Mr. Price, but then I'm like, wait a minute. I want to say that
Patricia
name.
said C.
Yeah, I'm thinking D. What
She
was
said
the first
Joe
name?
Nail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Joe Nail, welcome to the
Joe Nail.
James Purdy, welcome to the show.
Okay. Well,
Joe Nail.
Look, Uncle Brian said he got his loan forgiven.
Damali, Joe Nail.
Shout out to Uncle
Uncle
Brian.
Brian, why come you ain't tell nobody? How come you ain't tell us how to do it?
That's why you got to tune in the news you can use. He was waiting.
Uncle Brian got
let
his
us know on the show.
Yes.
Thanks, Uncle Brian. So we're going to put that link on there. Y'all click on that link and try to get it done. We got 2 confirmed. So don't you get denied.
Okay, so Uncle Brian said B, C, AJ, our guest earlier, Franchelle and that group
said C,
Patricia and
Griffin
then
said C.
JB said, and Charles and Tiffany said D. So the answer is, Patricia said C as well. Okay, so the answer is actually A.
Oh.
What?
Ooh.
A is
Shocker.
the answer.
I'm so
Philip
shocked.
Anthony Payton Jr.
Did nobody get it right?
Nobody got it right.
I'm
Not a
so
soul.
I'm so shocked,
Not a
Damali.
soul.
We on
I'm
Black
so
Wall.
excited because y'all been killing me.
On Greenwood, home of Black Wall Street, and we're not gonna stand for this.
No, for real.
None of us got
What up,
it. The
a
whole
fight?
world. We got
Right.
4,000 people on the live.
Right.
We got
And
everybody.
nobody got it right.
Not all. We had 1,500 guests
Nobody got
today.
it right.
That means nobody Googled this.
JB, I
Nobody
went with you.
Googled.
You just traveled all over the U.S. I figured you had the answer. You done went from the
Man.
East Coast.
Derailed. I asked you if you
All
were
right.
sure, so you
Give us
should
some
have known.
music then. Give us some.
You
give us
should
a
have
step.
known when I said,
I
"Are
need my
you
self-esteem
sure?"
to come back
We
up.
will not go without a fight.
Come on, Damali.
All right, so Philip Anthony Payton Jr. was an African-American real estate entrepreneur known as the father of Harlem.
Man.
Due to his work renting properties in Harlem, New York, and New York City to African Americans. Payton first got into real estate business as a janitor but after seeing how the business operated, he decided that he wanted to create his own firm. His firm would help affluent blacks. Payton chartered the Afro-American Realty Company, issuing 50,000 shares at $10 each. Payton's business partner was a mortician named James C. Thomas, and along with Thomas, Payton formed the Afro-American Real Estate Company, which appealed to black investors specifically, both to their social justice and profit motives. His ad was, "Today is the time to buy if you want to be numbered among those of a race who are doing something towards trying to solve the so-called race problem."
Started from the bottom, now he here.
Yes.
Wow.
Janitor.
Yes. He started out
to
as a
that's the
janitor.
janitor.
No.
You know what?
Do not
Anytime,
despise small
look,
beginnings.
anytime I worked any job, because I was security, I was top flight security of the world,
Stop
Craig,
it.
when I was in college.
Stop
You
it.
don't know about Craig on that. Don't worry about Fridays. But anyway, I would always get the operations of a company and read it. At night, them blue
For
books,
sure.
I would always read from top to bottom,
Yeah.
from whoever was running it all the way down to just understand operations. So looked like he might have did the same.
Yeah. Corey, you're so late. He says that I met Corey Taylor II. Yeah, you did. He didn't came on and he didn't left.
Yeah.
Bro,
he-
rewind the tape.
but when this is done, you can go back and watch it because
Yeah.
we live. Just
Yeah.
like that.
All right, upcoming events. I only have 2 today. 36th Street North Event Center has dates available. If you're looking for a place to hold your wedding, birthday party, banquet, repast, dinner, etc., then give us a call at 918-200-9046 to reserve your spot. The Eastern Oklahoma Black Nurses Association is hosting their annual health fair. Healthy Women and Thriving Children. It's going to be at
Lacey Park.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, y'all make sure
Represent.
y'all come on out, man.
Yes.
Represent.
That's located at 2134 North Madison Place. It's going to happen on April 20th from 10 o'clock a.m. until 1 o'clock p.m. It's going to be free admission, door prizes, community resources, and service vendors.
Just like that, man. And so to our final special guest, Miss Tiffany Chavez, any final thoughts for all these people tuning in? And one more time about that after school program, which is one of the best. I would say the best, but we got one too.
Yeah.
Can't say the best like Travis.
Man.
1A, 1B, 1A, 1B.
Right.
But let's
Yeah,
say this. We had 150 kids for our spring break camp. We'll probably have that for our summer camp. So if y'all do something during the summer, let's collaborate.
Yeah, for sure.
We better
Let's do it.
together.
Yeah.
No,
Let's
we
make
good.
it happen.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
good
yeah.
for that.
All
We
right.
good for that.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure. This was beautiful.
Yes. So, final thoughts?
Final thoughts?
Yeah.
Encouraging word
this
for the
was
people?
beautiful.
Tiffany
first.
Let's raise readers, y'all. That's the
Come
best
on.
I
Yes,
got.
raise readers. I
and
love
if,
it.
If
Readers
you're
are
struggling
readers.
with it, don't nobody care. I mean, if you want to learn, if you know that you want to learn, you want your baby to learn, just send them to people who are community oriented that actually have created something that's valued. We've been awarded all of that.
Uh-huh.
Don't just be sitting there thinking you don't have a solution. You
Right.
do.
Yeah.
Just like that.
You
And
do.
you and JB Smooth gonna do a battle.
Man,
We
come
gonna-
on,
Ah.
JB.
At the 36th Street North Event
My
Center.
name is Peaches, and I'm the best.
How do people follow you?
We are on, of course, on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Imagery. That is IMAGIREAD. And if you seriously want to know about my music, like I'm on the internet at Rashanis, RACHANNIS.
Just
And
like
if you
that.
seriously want to get down with the music, I'm on NYCU.FM every
No,
day.
no, seriously. Like it's my
Seriously.
life.
I know, right?
2 to 6 is super mix.
With
Just make sure I
challenge
get an
accepted.
invite.
Yeah, for sure.
Just make sure I get an invite.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Let's do
The
it.
duel
Get your-
will happen take place.
Get your
Yeah.
popcorn
May
ready.
31st
Fred,
on the
final
corner of
thoughts.
Greenwood and Archer.
the
Hey,
people,
listen, I agree with Tiff. Hey, come on out, bring your kids out. If you want to follow me, just follow me, Chevis Miller _ You know, I mean,
Should be Chevis Miller _ the mayor.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
CHIVASMILER _ That's my Twitter and my Instagram. And so if you want to follow my personal business, I also do player development, basketball development, and that's Discover Training. So
Just like that. I just want to say thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you
Spending
for
a little time
having
with us right
Thank
here
you.
on News
This
You
is
Can Use with
beautiful.
Charles and
Thank you.
Damali. DJ JB Smooth, our producer.
What up?
Any final thoughts?
I'm a man.
The myth, the magic. The
That's
legend.
The
Yeah.
man. And the
The
legend.
legend. Just like
All
that.
of that.
Damali, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit these birthdays really quick,
Just
so
like
we
that.
don't miss anybody. So birthdays, April 20th, is Shanita Good, which is my cousin, and she is a Delta, so she's in a Divine
Happy
9.
birthday.
April 21st, we got Taylor West over at the Black Wall Street
yeah.
Times.
Happy birthday, Taylor.
April 23rd, our friend over in Minnesota, Alfonso Williams.
That's the man. That's the man right there.
And April 24th, we have our favorite little cousin, April,
Yeah.
aka Platinum Flow. It's her
Just
birthday.
like that. Quenisha Brown, welcome to the show. We getting ready to go. Y'all click share.
Yes.
Man, it's been a great show, Damali, man.
Yes.
Shout out to Uncle Bobby for giving us this platform for 4 years, but we got to get out of here
Yes.
and help us stay on the air. Damali, what you
Yes.
about to
So
say?
if you guys would like to hit us up, you can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. That's on Facebook, Instagram. You can hit us up at the 36th Street North Event Center, World One Development, EduRec Youth and Family Fund Center, or Fitting Back In Prison Reentry Program.
Just like that, World One Development News You Can Use. I'm Charles,
And I'm Damali.
and we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m.
Hey, y'all, don't forget about Stu. Go get them tickets at TulsaPAC.com. This has been World One Development's News You Can Use. If you'd like to promote or advertise your events or business on our show, inbox us on Facebook at World One Development. This is a show hosted by Charles Harper and Damali Wilson, and it's produced by me, yo man, the big man on campus, because back I am, baby, for the rest of the month. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and their guests and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or other groups or individuals associated with KBOB 89.9 FM and Eaton Media Services. Y'all have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Yes, it's warming up, so stay hydrated out there. Anything else, y'all?
Uncle Brian said great show today. Thanks, Uncle Brian.
Everybody say what?
love.
Wait, bye. Wait, bye.
See y'all next week.
See you later.
Deuces.
Over.